shit, piss, cunt. PSK is making that green. People always say, what the hell does that mean? P is for the people who can't understand how one homeboy became a man. S for the way you scream and shout. One by one, I'm knocking you out. K is for the way my DJ's cutting. Other MCs, man, you ain't saying nothing. Rocking on to the break of dawn. I think cold money, your time is on. Hi, hey, my name's Penis, and I'm a ewan. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be grand? To have my name become an insult sometime. Sometime in the far distant future, millennia into the distant future. With some people, some creatures, some kind of beings have taken my name and they use it as an insult. And that's my name specifically, not just like the name Ewan, but the name Ewan relating directly to me. They say, oh my God, you're such a Ewan. Why don't you just fuck off, you knob, you Ewan-shaped knob. Your knob's the shape of a Ewan, and you're a Ewan, and you can go and take your Ewan smell and fuck right off. Also, you're a cunt. Of course, whilst it would be grand to be recalled based on, you know, my artwork, the art I created, and the joy and the entertainment that I brought to people's lives, and you know the skill and aptitude that I showed with my artistic abilities that I put out there in my artwork that I made. It would be great to be remembered for all of that. But would it not also be cool, or maybe even cooler, to have infamy rather than regular for me? Why don't we have infamy? I'd love that. So if I was remembered as a filthy mongrel and people used my name to describe other people in that way. I mean, wouldn't it be lovely if we got to a point where society became above insulting people and using slurs and all kinds of things to describe people and the way they look and smell, and judging the choices of media they choose to partake in? You like that guy? You're such a Ewan. That's really like Ewan sort of behaviour to like a guy like that. What are you, Ewan or something? Are you a big Ewan? Are you you get? See, I'm trying to say the F slur, but with my name instead. PSK, we're making that green. People always say, what the hell does that mean? P for the people who can't understand how one homeboy became a man. S for the way you scream and shout. One by one, he's knocking you out. K's for the way his DJ's cutting. Other MCs, man, you ain't saying nothing. Rock it all to the break of dawn. I think cold money, your time is on. That's my DJ scratching sound effects. Did you know I beatbox and I do like the what it would be? Welcome to the Ewan Sucks Report podcast. I could. Should I do a whole episode in beatbox sounds? I was going to say language. Beatbox isn't a language. That's preposterous. Oh, look, it's a new pen. new pen, penis, new pen, poo pen, blue pen, shit in my mouth. Oh shit, it's a new pen. Motherfucker, it's a new pen. My bed's soaked in piss. It's a new pen. There's bugs in my skin. It's a new pen. There's bugs in my mouth. It's a new pen. There's bugs in my eyes. It's a new I'm ants in my eyes, Johnson. It's a new pen. My prices, I hope, are too low. Have you seen the video of the guy drumming to that? It makes it sound really cool. It makes it sound like a rap track. I'm ants in my eyes, Johnson. There's bugs in my eyes and I can't feel anything. It's a very rare disease. It's better sounding than that. I just, that was a little... It's just an example, guys. Don't get pissy with me. What are you, a bunch of ewans? A bunch of absolute garbage cunts. All smelly and horrible. And you don't wash. You clean your nails out just before you do your podcast to give the appearance of cleanliness. But we all know you're a filth-ridden whore whose name is Ewan, you fucking garbage piece of shit. Hey! Hello, everybody. Today is the entire day is dedicated to one Gabriel bernal. Gabriel. No, it's Gabriel. Bernal. Banal. The whole thing's just really, really banal. Gabriel Bernal. If you're watching this, hello. This is your episode. Well, it's not strictly your episode, but it's dedicated to him because I was a piece of shit. Unioka on Instagram commissioned me to do a painting. It was that one of is it Lifeline from Apex Legends, which was a bit of a challenge because that's one of those things that I had never ever drawn before. I never played Apex Legends. I don't know the game or the characters. So when it comes to something like that, it's lots of Google images, try to find the character from different angles so I can draw them in a different angle. Because I don't want to just find a picture of the character and then draw that picture of I want to make it my own thing, which I tried to do. And then it's coming up with a pose to draw them in and all the rest of it. Eventually I did the commission. Eventually, even doing the commission took me fucking forever to actually get to it. And Gabriel was very decent, would send me messages occasionally being like, hey, no pressure, just checking in, seeing if my commission will be done anytime soon. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, it's next on my list, I promise. It took forever to get to it. And even after it was done, it took me forever to send the fucking thing out. I think in the last message he sent, it was 8 months or something from the time he commissioned. That's almost an entire fucking year of... He commissioned me to do a thing, and I did it, and then didn't send it to him, which is despicable. For me to do that is really not on, guys. It's really it's not on. I can give excuses. I have my own issues going on, mental health and this and that, and whatever. But it's fucking ridiculous that I took that long. So it's I don't think it's arrived yet, but it's on the way. That commission, I have sent it out with a bunch of other things because I got I've already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's all of the colours. I thought there was more, but there aren't. So I got a text a little while ago from Gabriel Bernal, whom this entire episode is dedicated to. My rap at the start, PSK, we're making that green. People always say, what the hell does that mean? P for the people who can't understand how one homeboy became a man. S is for the way you scream and shout. One by one, I'm knocking you out. K is for the way his DJ's cutting. Other MCs, man, you ain't saying nothing. Rocking on to the break of dawn. I think cold money, your time is on. That's dedicated to Gabriel Bernal. Sent me a message saying, basically, fuck it, just give me a refund. If you're going to not send me the thing, then fuck it. And you have never seen somebody jump out of bed so quick. Because I woke up to that message, basically. Not that I woke up from the noise, but I woke up and that was the first thing I saw when I checked my phone. And yeah, I just jumped out of bed, fucking found the painting, got a bunch of other shit, prints and stickers and drawings. The original painting of this, I sent that to him. I was going to sell it, but I was like, fuck it, have this, have stuff. I'm sorry. I sent him a message just apologising profusely, saying how fucking sorry I am. And even if he said, still, I'm still mad at you, give me a fucking refund, I would have happily given him a refund. It's not about the money. I'm not like, oh fuck, I've got to give him some money now. I don't want to do that. I just felt so bad that I'd let it get to that point. Like I felt like I let him down, and it's not the guy I want to be. It's not what I'm about. I want to be more, trustworthy than that. I want people to think if they pay for a commission, they're going to get their commission and not have to worry about it and not have to send me message after message months and months later, and then get to the point where, and for him, that was his, like, well, what else can he do? He spent the money to get a painting from me and he hasn't got it. So, of course, he's going to ask for his money back. He was, again, he was really, really cool, really understanding. I understand you've got shit going on. I'm not mad. Just, wanting to know what to do. And he says he's still very supportive of me, and I am hugely, hugely thankful for that. But yeah, I let it get to that point, and I wish I hadn't. I wish I'd been better. It is what it is. These things happen. It can't really be helped. It just whatever. But I think that message was like, gave me a kick in the ass to be like, stop fucking about. Because, sometimes I can't fuck about. It's so easy to not do things. Literally, it's just so easy to just not. Why do things when you could not do things? But yeah, so I've been trying to keep on top of my shit of getting commissions done on time, sending them out on time. I'm having trouble here and there. I'm having trouble with my mental health at the moment. I'm not great, but I'm trying because got to make money, got to stay alive, got to stay homed, and the rest of it. I guess I've got to have a house to live in and all the rest of it. But regardless, this goes out to Gabriel Bernal. I apologise publicly. This is a public apology. If I said some racist shit, if I was the baby and I said some homophobic slurs, I wouldn't give a public apology on that because I don't give a fuck. Whatever. But if I let down an individual in an individual way, then, that's when I'll apologise because it was bad of me to do so. That whole baby issue. For one thing, I don't know who the baby is and I don't care. He looks like his music's boring, and from what I hear, his music is boring. And he just looks fucking annoying. And he looks like the sort of person who would have homophobic views. So, fuck that guy. I don't care if his career ends immediately. Yeah, there's no change to my life whatsoever. And that's another one of those many things that like I know about through like fucking osmosis or whatever. Like no part of me has chosen to learn about DaBaby and him being a big fat homophobic cunt. It's all just I happen to have fucking learned this shit by seeing things about it online, in online media and such. I couldn't give a fuck. Holy shit, is that a new pen? Yeah! It's not great, to be honest. Not that I had grand expectations of what this new pen is or could be. But it's not amazing. It's very thin and scratchy. See, you get a Bic pen, it's like it feels softer and bolder and it flows a bit better. Whereas this feels very sort of pointy and harsh and scratchy, which I'm not terribly fond of. I'm not terribly fondant. We have fun here. We're just like a big fun family. We just have a laugh. We just have a laugh. It's just fun. We just have a laugh. I hate it here. I want to leave. PSK, we're making that green. People always say, what the hell does that mean? Yeah, all right. So I'm drawing a picture with this new pen because it's what you do in new pens, isn't it? You draw with them. I guess I could write a letter. Oh shit, I think. Yeah. Give him some of them like high ankle trousers. That's cool, yeah. What do we reckon? Cigarette? Yeah, cigarette's cool. Smoking's cool. It smells. It's an awful habit. It's a really bad habit. Don't do it. Or do. Because it looks cool. That's why you should do it. That's the only reason I condone smoking. Is because it looks cool. It makes you look badass. Like real badass. Like an actual, like, fuck, that guy's cool. Look at him smoking. He looks fucking cool, man. John Marston from Red Dead Redemption. I've never seen someone more exemplify the smoking looking cool than I have that guy. Playing Red Dead Redemption made me want to smoke. Just so I could pretend to be John Marston. And I could like quote the video game and be like, hey, I'm basically John Marston. Yeah, I used to do that a lot when I was a teenager. Like find a character in a piece of media and then try my best to emulate their behaviour, to try to be them, to exude their energy. Of course I wanted to be Tyler Durden from Fight Club. Oh, it's embarrassing to say. But, you know, it was cool, man. Ooh. Space monkeys. Ooh. Is that why you shave your head, Ewan? Oh my god. No, I always shave my head before that because I'm fucking badass. I've no idea what. I just have this image and picture together. This image in my head of this guy. So how do arms work? Where would this arm be? Forearm. Maybe it'd be a bit lower. That'd be the cuff of the jacket. Of a guy in a jacket and some jeans, kinda. I don't know. Some cuffed sort of jeans, sort of thing. You get it? I'm just playing with my new pen. That's all it is. There's nothing big and major going on. Just playing with my new pen. It's a new pen. It's a whole new world, a new magical A magical world of come with me and you'll see a world of pure imagination. Wear this hat, eat my piss, suck my bleeding vagina. The world's on fire, it's made of shit, it's covered in piss, and there's bugs in my skin. Yeah, I've been having those dreams again. I think they're trauma related from my past. I've had something come up recently relating to past traumas, which is bringing it all to the surface. Oh, we love that. So the bug dreams are back. We do that. We have those instances, those memories and interactions. And then the next night we dream about the bugs under our skin. And the bugs everywhere. I have this recurring, like, it's not even a nightmare. It's like a daymare. You know, like you have daydreams where you just sort of sit there and go, and you just wander off mentally and dream about something. Some weird, strange, obtuse, abstract thing. I have that, but it's nightmares about bugs. It's recurring of like walking into my kitchen, for instance, and it just being like swarming insects fucking everywhere, or like I'm almost scared, like actually, regardless of nightmares or otherwise, in my actual real life, I'm almost scared to move shit in my room, like to move my bed, which is a mattress on the floor, for fear that like I'll lift it up and there'll just be fucking millions of bugs and they'll all start swarming and they'll get in my skin and uncomfortable dreams caused by trauma. I mean, I don't want to bang out. Misspoke. I don't want to bang on about trauma. Oh, speaking of misspeaking, there's no need for me to bring. I said to myself, I'll only sort of bring it up if somebody notices and mentions it. But fuck it, I'll do it anyway. So I looked through Ultra Mega, that comic, which is drawn by James somebody, and I incorrectly said that they follow me on Instagram and I drew over or painted over one of their drawings. I had that person completely mixed up with a whole other person, Javier someone. The Javier someone is the guy who his Hulk picture I painted over, and his ink work is incredible, but it is a very slightly different kind of ink work. And he follows me on Instagram and likes my shit regularly. But the James somebody who actually drew Ultra Mega doesn't follow me on Instagram, and I haven't painted over any of his pieces. And his ink work is again very, very cool, but it's different to, I don't know, I think because they both start with a J, and I think their profile pictures on Instagram are vaguely similar. I think it's like a drawing of a person's head, and it's in the same sort of tone of ink, and I don't know. I realised straight after I did the podcast, I was like looking at it thinking like, wait, no, isn't that someone else? Yeah, it's a completely different person to what I thought. What a fucking arsehole I feel like. And that's that. There's nothing more to say on it. I felt very silly. And again, there's no need for me to fucking correct my mistakes. It's not that sort of mistake that I need to like make right. It's not like I said horrible things about an entire group of people on stage at a concert. It just, it's been bugging me since. It's a thing. It's a wrong thing I said, and I'm not apologising. I'm just pointing out I was incorrect in that fucking instance, which doesn't happen often, mind. I think you'll all agree. Ewan's usually pretty spot on with his words and shit. That arsehole. Oh, he's such a ewan. You like ewan? What's that scene in The Simpsons? Hey, you like the monkeys? I love the monkeys. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. People say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put it down. We're just trying to be friendly. Come and watch, sing and play. PSK is making that green. People always say, "What? This green's running out already. What the fuck, man? It's a brand new pen and the fucking green's run out. What the cock? Just get a refund." I mean, I would if I didn't steal the pen. No, I did actually buy the pen. But it's already running out, so that's less than cool. Let's swap to purple for this jacket. P is for the people who can't understand how one homeboy became a man. S is for the way you scream and shout. One by one, I'm knocking you out. K is for the way his DJ's cut. Other MCs say you ain't saying nothing. Rocking on to the break of dawn. I think cold money, your time is on. PSK, we are making that green. Are we? Oh, fucking whatever. Go to the next bit. Let's take a look at an art book. Now for something completely different. Like, really, really the fuck different from what I would usually look at. Hand to Earth, the art of Andy Goldsworthy. Andington Goldsworthington. This almost gets conceptual. He's a sculptor, but he uses nature as his canvas and his sculpting materials. This book came out in 2007, which is when I was at college, when I was like almost at the pinnacle in the height of my art student era. And this very much speaks to that of just, it's very creative. It's doing shit that's different, and it's creative and fun. That's Andy Goldsworthy, and this is Holes. And there's a bunch of shit like, you know, art student. The black of a hole is like the flame of a fire. The flame makes the energy of fire visible. The black is the earth's flame. It's energy. Like, yeah, it's also just a fucking hole. So he makes holes. Some of them are like just like peat, like black stuff to make it look like a hole. Holes in leaves cut out. Holes in dirt and such. So you might look at this and think, okay, he makes holes and stuff. That's a very, very small part of what he does. Holes in things. It's quite an interesting thing to look at. Oh, looks like a vagina. That's really fucking cool. Loads of like cracked rocks, broken pebbles. And I guess he scratched to make the white bit and laid out so it makes like a spiral. That's pretty fucking neat. So he does a lot of stuff like that, but like on grander scales and stuff. Pile of leaves with hole. A bunch of shit. This is like... This I think is when I was looking through the book. This is the bit that made me... I think I stole this book. That made me take the book. Throwing sticks up in the air and taking a photo. And then this is the art. Is like how these sticks sort of form in the air. See, it's conceptual kind of, and it's expressionistic. Very, very art student sort of stuff. Or, you know, you can say just artist sort of stuff. But to me, it speaks to the art student part. You know, there's like the I guess the illustrator, graphic artist part of me, the more professional sort of side of me, the more expressive drawing murder and tits side of me, and then there's the art student, which has like sometimes I just want to express ideas and feelings, not necessarily in a direct visual manner. And so stuff like this speaks to me on that kind of level. Yeah. Throwing slates. It's really cool. Floating objects is like a weird thing of like, floating objects is one of the few things that's so difficult to really represent. Like in, like Warhammer or collectible models, figures or anything, you can have like clear plastic stands to stand stuff on to make it doesn't look like it's floating. It gives you the impression that it's floating or whatever. It's very hard because you can't make shit float. You can use magnets here and there and in certain instances in small scale or whatever to make a thing float, but in general having shit float is so like, I don't know, it's a difficult thing. So being able to like get a snapshot of something like this, capturing these things floating in space. It sucks that it's 2D because you can like, I've seen art installations where they have shit like this in a 3D sort of space. They're all hung from the ceiling with like a clear fishing wire or something, which is quite cool that you can like walk around this thing that's almost floating, but it's only ever almost floating. It's so difficult to actually like experience an object floating in space because it's just something that realistically, in general, under certain circumstances you can make it happen. Under certain circumstances you can make it happen, but in general you can't just sit and observe an object floating in space. It's quite an alien thing, throwing leaves. So again, that gets very sort of fucking artsy, studenty thinking about it, but that's where my mind goes sometimes. Using poppy petals, I believe he wets them and like pastes them onto the leaves and makes these things, weird sculptures and stuff. That's pretty funny. Making like an archway out of ice. And then this lady's like, oh no, it's fallen. And the kid's like, eesh, it's fallen. And the guy's like, what a fucking arsehole. He just doesn't care. It's pretty funny. Leave things. He does a lot with leaves and sticks. Well, I've got to assume that's all made with like using the weight and balance of the sticks to create this archway, which is not perfect almost, but like a really nice, almost quite a clean archway with all these sticks. Like you could almost see that in like a fucking fantasy setting in a video game or something, as like an archway leading to somewhere that you walk through. That's really cool. Used angles at offshoots to make a spiral, one end stuck up wider, hollow end of another. So like how you can stick straws into other straws to make a longer straw. It's done like that with these sections of offshoots of knotweed stalks to make this spiral with these bits coming out of it. It's really cool shit, man. Like just using shit to make cool shit. Yellow and ruddy leaves. Made edge by finding ruddy and yellow leaf the same size. Tore yellow leaf in two, spat underneath one half, pressed it onto the ruddy leaf. So he tears a yellow leaf the same size as the ruddy leaf, spits on it, sandwiches it together and makes this weird thing, and then makes like a line of leaves. It's pretty cool. Like there's nothing extravagant. It's quite. You can almost see it being like popular online right now. Like if people were doing this shit on TikTok, like you see a few seconds clips of them doing that, like finding leaves, checking the dimensions of the leaves to each other, ripping one in half, spitting on one, pasting it against another one, and then laying them down, and then you like zoom out and you realise they've made this whole thing. Shit like that would do, you know, I don't know if it would be crazy popular on TikTok, but I'm sure people would appreciate it as one of those like oddly satisfying things. Stuff like this, where he's got sticks that are all covered in this green moss, but then he's scraped and rubbed the moss off of a bunch of them, and then laid them out and made like a circle of moss on these sticks. Like, it's cool. That's the thing. Like, he actually made it. It's not painted. It's not superimposed. He crafted that, which is it's really, really cool. I remember one of my lecturers at college saying he liked this stuff, but he was really annoyed by it because he thought that, like, this artwork is almost saying, oh, nature isn't beautiful enough on its own. You have to, like, edit it to make beauty in nature. Which, I get the point, but at the same time, it's like, he's using nature to make an artwork within nature. He's not trying to create beauty other than nature, really. To say, oh, nature isn't beautiful enough, I have to use it to make beauty. He's saying he's using the beauty of nature to make different kinds of beauty. Stacks of shit balanced. That's quite fucking cool. People like that. People love balancing and shit online. So this is the kind of shit that, like, it's a bit, you know, it's art, so it's a little bit sort of unapproachable because art is always hidden behind this wall of like, oh, it's art, you know. But it's the sort of shit that people would look at and go, oh, that's pretty fucking cool. Oh, that's pretty fucking cool. That's like the one from the front cover, a boulder covered in poppy leaves, poppy petals. Well, yeah, I guess he wets them maybe with spit or water or whatever, and then sort of like pastes them around the boulder and makes a big red boulder. It's pretty fucking cool. It's a thing to see. Sycamore leaves pinned together with pine needles hung from a tree. And I love that in these sculptures he does. He never uses like glue or tape or wire or whatever. He uses pine needles and leaves and then makes weird shit that just looks kind of cool. Leaves all pasted onto a wall in such a way that it makes these weird patterns. No drawing, no like actual mechanical input, and it's all pinned with thorns, so he's using thorns as the glue or whatever. That's what these are made of as well. I love that, like, it's a doorway filled up with all these sticks held together with thorns, and again with the whole motif. And as you saw with the ice, there's other books I've seen where I'm not going to be able to find the ice photo now, am I? Where he was building the archway and it fell down. There's other books I've seen and little interviews I've read where he talks about how, you know, he can spend fucking hours and hours and hours and hours of a day making one of these things, and then suddenly it all collapses and he's just like, I guess I'll start again, which has got to be so like disheartening, but also it's just part of the thing, isn't it? Do these things have a name? I don't know, these eggs, they're quite cool. Like the same thing but made out of different things. It's pretty neat. I like that. I like the different directional, horizontal, vertical slate things. The arches over stairs, it's cool. Graphite drawings. The same thing, I guess, of horizontal and vertical. Bunch of shit. Snow left to melt. Snow with dirt in it left to melt on paper or something, I think that is. Balanced rocks. That's really cool. Like, that looks like the sort of thing that, like, you know how you get spray paintings on walls and it's painted at a weird angle using projections and stuff, and then you stand back and it looks like a bug or something coming out of the wall. It looks almost like something like that, like someone would paint. But it's two rocks almost kissing, or their penises touching end to end. Yeah, I don't want to spend hours and hours on this, but just cool things. Leaves and shit, making cool shapes and colours in the forest or whatever. Making cubes out of leaves and shit. Just stuff. Just cool, neat stuff that he did. These are pretty cool, giant snowballs. all filled with different things: chalk, pine needles, dogwood, reeds, oat sticks, pebbles, etc., etc., and then left to melt. So there's a giant snowball with a bunch of shit in it, and you leave it to melt, and then it gradually melts and leaves just a pile of the stuff, sticks. I don't know, it's something, passage of time, it's sculptural, it's a conceptual idea to it. That's what I like, these ideas. That one's really cool. Like, it's just a pile of sticks, but the fact that it came out of like a snowball, just a pile of pebbles, so there's something to that, man. It's pretty cool. Sculptures, pretty neat. Just interesting stuff. I like this sort of stuff. You can shut up. I know it's not, I mean, these are drawings, but the whole book isn't specifically like drawings. It's not fucking busily painting Judge Dredd, but I like it. It gets my creative mind going, thinking of ideas, which, you know, it's good. It's good to think about other things, ideas, concepts, possibilities. Looking at things in an interesting way. Like, that's just a bunch of stones. There's nothing holding that up apart from the stones. The tension of the keystone in the middle that's holding itself up. It's interesting. Yeah. And some words, whatever. It's pretty cool. So that's a book of art. Hey! Wow! He's got like a Cthulhu head. That's mad. That's crazy cool, man. Wow! How do you even think to like draw like a regular guy but with like a Cthulhu head? That's so fucking cool. Wow! It's not just Cthulhu. It's casual Thulu. I'll write that down. Casual Thulu. That was an idea that came to me. It's just weird, you know. It just fucking came to me. I don't even know how I got the idea. It just fucking popped into my head, and I thought it'd be fine. I thought, I've got to fucking draw that. That'd be fucking good, wouldn't it? That'd be fucking funny. Ooh, casual thing. He's just casual. He's in his jacket and jeans. He's out with a coffee and a cigarette. And he's just being fucking the Dark Lord Cthulhu, like it's nothing. He's so... it's just weird, isn't it? It's just a bit weird, a bit random, a bit weird. I don't know, I just thought of it. It's just a bit funny. A bit weird, a bit random, just a bit fun in it. It's just a bit funny. PSK, we're making that green. That's why I was extra annoyed that the fucking green decided to run out, because I was going to do his head green. I know I could use a different green. I got a zillion other green pens I could use. But I wanted to do it all with this nice Newity new pen, and then the green fucked off. So I just do his head in black. I don't know. Is it going to stand out too much? Is it not going to blend in with the rest of the piece well enough? I don't know. I guess that remains to be seen. This cross-hatching's gone to fucking shit, isn't it? Hey, this isn't a fucking masterpiece class to plast. This isn't a masterpiece masterclass. It's just some fucking doodle, isn't it? Just playing with a new pen. Come with me and you'll pee directly inside of my butthole. It's just a bit of fun. Let's touch each other's bums. I'll put my penis in your ear and you'll fucking like it, you goddamn whore. Here's something. Should we do the raffle and then I'll get onto the something else. And then should I actually finish this piece, or I'd like to finish this piece. I'll see how long it takes, how much time I feel like we've got. What are you talking about? I don't know, David. But we're here now, and we have to make the best of it. That's Shaun of the Dead. Let's do the raffle. last week I said I was going to raffle off this, and then I was looking for some other shit to raffle off, and I couldn't find anything good. And then I happened upon a stack of drawings that I knew I had, but I didn't know where it was, and I happened upon them. And in it was this, so I'll give this away too. Obviously, it's a tracing, so not strictly an original drawing, but it's quite a cool, little piece. Might look good in a frame, might not, I don't know. Shall I sign it in green? Oh, I can't. Shall I sign it in a different... Let's use this pen. This will be fun and weird. Bit light, bit different. Ewan, kiss, kiss. And I'll sign this too. So those are signed. Now this... I fucking hate the last commission I did. The nude man reclined with his guitar in front of him. That was a really fun commission. I was really happy with that. I tried to make it a bit more paint heavy. With a lot of my paintings, I use black ink and lines and cross hatching to sort of work out details and sort of solidify the picture a bit more. Yeah, but I'm trying to move away from that. I like doing that still, but for certain pieces, I just want to sort of get away from that a little bit. And so in that painting, that was all paint. There was no ink, no cross-hatching involved. I used a Posca pen for just the strings of the guitar and a ruler even, because that's too easy to just fuck up and ruin everything. But I did that landscape, and I fucking despise landscape in general. I was happy with that painting, and I've just sent it off to the guy. And I'm actually sad to see it go, because I liked seeing it like on my desk. I was really happy with the painting. What can I say? Oh. But it was fucking landscape, and I thought I could have done it portrait and then like cropped it in a weird way, but then there'd be so much space to fill above and below the guy, so I did it landscape, which is... It's fine. It is what it is. I'm sure most people don't give a shit. But I care. I hate landscape. I just fucking hate it. Portrait, whatever the picture. Even if I'm painting a landscape, I like to do it portrait and make it fit those dimensions. So that's fine, but I'd rather get rid of that and just send you that, because that, to me, is a more pleasing dimensions. Plus, it's the picture without all this fucking white space. So whoever wins from last week's raffle is winning this fun Rick and Morty, Charlie Brown and Snoopy drawing, and this Hulk, and stickers, a couple of money, Fleshbob ones, which did come. So I was saying before about how I misspoke with calling that guy, thinking that artist was a different artist. I think last week while I was drawing that Fleshbob as part of the collaboration, I think at some point I called him SpongeBob. So if you notice that, I'm aware. Yeah, I know everything. So the winner of that is Colby Williams. Hello, Colby Williamsingtons. Colbington Williamson. In his comment, he said... he said a bunch of swear words, including cunt in capital letters, which, I appreciate. And then he said, I forgot about the raffle. Well, Colby Williams, you just won the cunting raffle. How do you feel? Wow, that's amazing. So, I've got an envelope, or a men-velope, as I like to call them, because, I like men. The Hulk signed drawing is going in. The fucking... God damn, why is it not going in? Rick and Morty's going in. The stickers are going in. I'll fucking send that to you. Get me your address. Hit me up on Instagram or something. Give me your address and I'll send it off starting next week. Yeah, that'll be fun. Wow. So what's the raffle this week? Well... Goblins, that's what. You can... I'm giving away this. An original drawing of 2 goblins. Should I give it away? Probably not. I planned to do... Because I did this as a commission a different one, but as a commission for like somebody's tattoo design. And then I liked it so much, I copy pasted it or traced it, and I did like black and white or black ballpoint and then coloured ballpoint. And I was also going to do a version, same goblins, painted and then something else like brush pen or Posca pens or fucking not Posca, Copic markers or something. Never did. Maybe I still will. I'll redraw the whole thing, whatever. I'm giving this away. You can win this. But wait, there's more. You can win this too, which I did for a thing. It was a whole thing. I did a goblin and put it next to a painting of an orc somewhere. Another artist did, just for fun. I did that, and then somebody added to that with something else, and somebody added to that with something else, and it was a whole thing. People going back and forth, adding to this weird collaborative, non-collaborative drawing. So I drew this and photoshopped it over the top of all of that, saying, "Woo, I don't care, I'm not listening." It's just a goblin swinging his penis around. That's fun. So you can win that. Stickers, maybe I'll throw something else in there, I don't know. Maybe this rough drawing of Spider-Man or something. Who knows? So this is for the raffle. Comment on the Patreon page or the YouTube channel between now and the next week. And I'll pick someone at random to win goblin drawings. Yay! No. Where we at time-wise? We've got time. Okay, here's something. I mentioned a little while ago, I can't remember which video or how or why or where or when I mentioned it, but I did mention how my friend Callie was in a magazine and I painted over her pictures in the magazine. Because I was talking about the wire sort of mesh plastic handbag thing I got sent with the magazine, and then I took pictures of it and everyone thought I was being serious because I was carrying this funny little like baby pink wire mesh handbag with my art materials in, and I was like, thanks to this magazine for sending this, I'm so happy to carry my art materials, it's so useful, and everyone thought I was being serious because I was talking about doing things ironically, but you're still doing the thing. So that's what happened. I was doing that to be funny and ironic, but everyone thought I was just doing that. Anyway, I've been cleaning my room. I've been cleaning my home for the first time in God knows how long. It needed to be cleaned. Like, it was disgusting. So I've been cleaning. Which is why I might sound a bit wheezy now and again because of all the dust. I'm very sensitive to dust. If it gets in my nose a little bit, I'll sneeze for 10 minutes. One long, not like I'll be sneezing like achoo, achoo, achoo for 10 minutes. I go choo for 10 minutes. But I've been doing that, cleaning a lot. So if I do appear a bit like it's because of that dust getting in my lungs from all of the cleaning and such. But in cleaning, I was moving stuff around and came across this, which is the magazine that my friend... It's Things and Ink. It's a tattoo art magazine. My friend Callie, we went to college in Eastleigh, which is a shitty little nothing place. Nothing good ever comes out of Eastleigh. And then she fucking shot off like a rocket, did tattoo apprenticeships, became a tattoo artist. She tattooed celebrities and fucking modelling, doing TV shows, all kinds of shit. We kissed a few times. We painted graffiti together. It was cool, good fun back in the day, man. That was like 2006, 2007, and I think this there's no date on this. It says issue 8. It's not even a month, no year, which is really bad. If you're putting a magazine out, you should have the fucking date on it. But I think this came out around 2013 to 2015, somewhere around that time. And I'm only showing you just because I think it's quite cool. So there's my friend Callie modelling in all of these things, which is cool. But like, there's all these pages of her modelling. Oh, I'll get to it. But look, I painted her face. I tried to keep the colour palette to the colour palette of the piece and blend the paint in. So I made her face a triangle with like a cyclops eye in the middle. I kept her lips and nose, and it sort of blended around the cheeks and stuff. It's not perfect, but I think I did pretty well, all things considered. You wouldn't even know that it was like not meant to be like that. It just looks like part of the fucking think she's a weird cyclops. Wow. I don't know what the fuck I was doing there. I just about tried to keep the headdress, but like gave her a big square head. I don't fucking know. Jesus. Yeah, I kind of kept the shape of her lips, but painted over them mostly. That was quite a cool one. Painted her head off, her neck like it's been chopped, and then there's a skull where her head is or was. That's all paint. I painted that. That's directly painted on there. That's quite cool. Maybe I'll pull one of these pages out and give it away as part of the raffle sometime. Who knows? I was pretty happy with that one. That's quite cool. And this one's neat. I'm going to make sure there's no glare from the light. But like, it's like her head's like got a hole in it and her eyes are little floating there with her teeth. Like the glitches in, like, is it Assassin's Creed or whatever? When those games have glitches and you can see through the person's face. It looks like that. It's pretty funny. Yeah, again, that's another one I'm quite happy with. I managed to sort of blend the tones and stuff just about and make it look naturalistic as opposed to like bright red or whatever. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. That's a pretty fun one. A bit crazy. The nose I like to draw and paint. Swollen eyes and lips and stuff. Just a weird face. And then that one I just drew a mustache on her, which I thought was funny to have all these crazy weird paintings and then just a mustache. She's, very pretty girl, modelling and shit, tattooed and such. She's probably even way more tattooed than that because this is like fucking getting on towards 10 years ago or something. Jesus. Bridal corset, £3,590. She's just there modelling it like it's nothing. So she's gorgeous, she's stylish, tattooed, she fits this vibe and aesthetic very well. It's what she does, it's a part of what she does. And there's nothing wrong with that, of her. They're modelling, it's a modelling shoot. It's the point modern muse, so she's acting as like a muse. The only issue I have is when it's like, this is her, this is her, this is her, full page pieces. And then this little bit of like some of her artwork. And this is her old artwork, which doesn't even really do it justice. And a small interview and like a few little pictures of some of her art. And then huge, like, it should be the opposite. Or like a half and half, like some pages of her and then pages of her art. I don't know. I don't run a fucking magazine, do I? Really like that. Maybe I'll get some scans of. I think I did scan them in before and after, so I have the actual page and then the painting next. I'll see if I've still got these files. My laptop died and I lost a load of shit ages ago, so I don't know if I'll still have that one around. But yeah, I found that and thought it was cool. I don't know, something in it. It's a thing I mentioned, and now you get to see the thing I mentioned. Just so you know, I'm full of shit in a lot of ways, but not in that way. If I say I did a thing, I mean I fucking did the thing. If I say I fucked and ate a baby, I mean I fucked and ate a baby. Shut up, you don't know. You don't know me. Eat a dick. Piece of shit. Oh, it's Casual Thulu. Ha! That's funny. I like a bit of Casual Thulu. I want to post this on Instagram tonight, but it's currently Thursday. And I want the Casual Thulu thing to be a surprise. I might even have to wait until like next week to post it, really, until people have actually seen the podcast. And they can be surprised by the casual. Because that's the whole reveal, isn't it? Is you see the thing and then you go, oh, wow. But then if you see me post Casual Thulu and then you watch the podcast, then as I'm drawing this jacket and jeans and everything, you go, oh, he's going to turn that into Casual Thulu because I saw that on his Instagram. So, maybe I won't. Life's hard, folks. you don't even know. You don't know what people are going through. Having to like decide what to post on Instagram and not post certain things because it might get seen before you want it to get. Tricky thing is life. Don't talk to me about life. That's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is one of the only book series I've actually read all of. Most books I sort of start reading and then I go, okay, I get it, you don't need another 300 pages. I see where the story's going. I'm not that interested in it. Fuck it. And in most book series, if I read one, I'm like, it was okay, but I don't know if I can stand to read another 4 fucking books. But Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is like fun and interesting and well written enough that I sort of, But it was also in my heyday of actually reading. Sort of my student years, when I was voracious. I'd read sometimes a book or more than one book a week, man. But lately I just can't be fucked. I want to look at pictures. I don't want to read words. I think a lot of that as well because I used to read a lot of like the classics, whatever they are. Literally none of them come to mind right now. But I think I was trying to be like a guy who reads, and I wanted to know about things so I could bring things up and whatever, which is kind of lame anyway. But I was young. That's what you do. Oh, I want to be well educated and know stuff and want people to think I'm smart, which is ultimately what it was. I wanted people to think I'm smart, and that's something I'm very insecure about. But now I just don't give a shit. Whatever. What, you don't read? No, because I don't care. I draw pictures and I look at pictures because that's what interests me. And you can fuck off. Oh shit, that would have been a really good point to end the podcast. To finish the whole thing on, and you can fuck off, would have been really cool. But I forgot to do this, our sort of like weekly tradition. Am I too zoomed in? Just cause it's the latest page. It's fun to compare and contrast with previous pages. So this is quite a funny one actually. So there's just been the Hulk pages where I photocopied them and then changed the text. We get me the Hulk, and then Hulk is like, "Urgh," and Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, is like, "We can't. You can't help those people. They can't afford a crossover." I said, "There's Mr. President, Prime Minister Man, going, come on, Mr. Lee, do the right thing. He's our only hope." And Mr. Lee, Stan Lee in his office going, "No, it's my Hulk and I get to say who plays with it. Doomed." Actually one of my favourite panels from the comic. And then still Stanley, he's laughing maniacally. And then this was just random stuff, literally to fill up the space because I couldn't think of anything else to go here. So it's a guy getting his arm cut off and screaming about it, whatever. No relevance to the story, but it's funny, it fills up the space. And it's also shittily drawn, as is the rest. This isn't too bad. That's quite a cool panel. The rest of it... Look at that. Look how new and fun it is now. Essentially the same. I was going to have like the Mickey Mouse shoes up on the desk, but I couldn't be fucked to whatever. So I've got mick.e. Here you go. Mick.e.m. Mick E Mouse. Get it? Because he's saying, "Come on, Mr. Mouse, do the right thing. He's our only hope." And then there's a speech bubble here that says, speech bubble here that says, "No, it's my Hulk and I get to see who plays with it." And then doomed. I think I did all right, sort of reinventing this panel. And then just Mickey's evil grin, and then Mickey Mouse being an evil bastard. See, I actually used this space for context to the whole thing. So you see the name, you see the grin, and then you see the full mouse. So it's like a gradual reveal. I assume Mickey Mouse has an office just like that. And look, he's got bags of money. The head of Bart Simpson, the head of Captain America, the head of Chewbacca. See, because they've hunted and destroyed and murdered for sport the brands of The Simpsons, Marvel and Star Wars, among others, of course. So there's evil overlord, fucking CEO Mickey Mouse being a piece of shit. So I think that's much better context. Also, sort of almost unintentionally, the whole thing is about an evil rat, a giant rat mouse monster, and you've got this giant mouse monster almost colluding with the Zilla monster creature. So that's something that's unintentional. I just thought it'd be funny to draw Mickey Mouse being an evil piece of wank. I did have one other idea, which I thought, on reflection, is almost funnier, but I'm sticking with this. But my other idea, because obviously Stan Lee has since passed the fuck away, which is why I changed it to Mickey Mouse, because it didn't make sense to have him phoning Stan Lee, because the comic's supposed to be set in like present day. So Stan Lee's dead in the present day. Sorry, that dust is getting to me. So my other idea was to have him phoning Stan Lee, but then draw Stan Lee in a coffin underground, dead, with a phone to his ear, like a rotting corpse. That's obviously Stan Lee with his mustache and hair and glasses. This is a terrible, not even close to looking like Stan Lee, so fuck it, ignore that. So I could draw it nowadays, that would look like Stan Lee. But have Stan Lee just not saying anything, and then have him like still talking at Stan Lee, but Stan Lee like 3 or 4 panels in the coffin, gradually zooming in on Stan Lee's corpse face, saying nothing, just like Stanley corpse, but closer, Stanley corpse, but closer, Stanley corpse, but really, really close on his face, saying nothing, the same dead expression, and then that's it, that's the page. Just Stanley dead, not talking, just being dead. And then on to the next page. But yeah, again, very, very happy with this page. I was a bit worried about this panel of how to lay it out and how it would look, but happy with how it came out. Evil Mickey's a fun one to draw. Enough people have done similar things. Yeah, I'm happy with how it's going. And really, only a few more pages to do, and then that's all done. Get a cover painted. That'd be good. So I guess that's it. So now you can fuck off.